When the last bull turns bearish, this usually is the time where the overall crypto market turns around. And yes, in my previous video I told you it's over, I quit, because I really felt this major downwards trend and yes, this absolute boredom phase. But this was exactly what the market wants, to push out all the weak hands to this major sideways manipulation and absolute boredom. And we could see that the price movement of Bitcoin broke out exactly from these levels, because exactly here I told you that the next major level is going to be the 60,000 US dollars, and Bitcoin came all the way back up to the 61,200 US dollars. But ultimately guys, we're going to look at the lower time frames, we're going to look at some news, and we're also going to look at the altcoins that I've talked about in the previous video, because ultimately guys, we are at the beginning of a major bullish trend. And yes, this is only the beginning of this major bull run. And if you want to buy crypto on the spot market or trade it with a leverage, go down in the video description below where you find all of these links, where you receive a major deposit bonus. And guys, make sure to join my free Telegram group, because we have been opening some major trades. And yes, our Bitcoin trade perfectly hit our take profit round about the 61,100 US dollars, our price target. But yes, we are also in a long position on Casper, which is up 86%, and also on Solana, which is already reckoning 42%. So ultimately, if you want to copy all of these trades, guys, make sure to join my free Telegram group where you'll find all the information how to join my Signal group. But let's go back over to the charts, because ultimately guys, this is exactly what I predicted. If we're going to see this absolute boredom and this bearish price movement, that ultimately we're going to see this major breakout. And exactly that happened. A lot of people were extremely bearish, but Bitcoin isn't out of the woods. Yes, we are still above the 60,000 US dollar level, but we're going to find out what is going to be the most important level that Bitcoin needs to break so that we could expect this major pump all the way to our price target from this bullish flag. So first of all guys, let's start on the daily chart, because ultimately if we're going to zoom in exactly here, we can see that Bitcoin is once again over the 13 moving average. And yes, in the previous video I told you that this is going to be important, because in the overall market structure, if Bitcoin is trading above the 13 moving average, this gives us the indication that we are in a bullish move. And once we're going to break the 13 moving average, yes, we could expect the bearish trend all the way back down. So ultimately guys, this is a bullish indication. Yes, we can see that Bitcoin is holding the 13 moving average, and we are exactly at the monthly close, the lowest monthly candle close, and we got a rejection exactly at the 50 moving average. Once again, these moving averages give us a perfect indication what we could expect. So yes, we can see that on the daily chart. If we're going to draw a trend line exactly here, this is going to be our major breakout point. Yes, maybe we're going to come down and retest this area at the moment, and then we could expect this consolidation above the 60,000 US dollars, which is going to be extremely important, because if we're going to zoom out on the daily chart, this was previous support all along this major consolidation phase. So if we're going to build a major support back above the 60,000 US dollars, and we're getting this consolidation and ultimately break the 50 moving average, the 200 moving average, we could say that yes, we are again in this bullish trend. And if Bitcoin is going to form a higher high exactly here, yes, we could expect this consolidation, and that this has been the ultimate low for Bitcoin. But yes, we need to go on the lower time frames. But before we're going to do that guys, make sure to watch the video until the end, because we are going to look at Solana and also two altcoins that I mentioned a week ago. And on the 4-hour chart, we can perfectly see that we had this major breakout from the 50 and also 13 moving average exactly here. And yes, the price movement of Bitcoin didn't reach the 200 moving average, which is going to be a major resistance level, because yes, we got a rejection over here and also previous support exactly within these levels. And once we're going to break the 200 moving average, guys, we could expect this major move all the way to the 65,000 US dollars. Yes guys, this is going to be our next major level. But to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term, we're going to take the Fibonacci retracement level from the previous low exactly here, from this retest of this downward sloping trend all the way to the swing high, and once again guys, we can see that the 23.6 is exactly at the $60,600. So ultimately guys, if we're going to hold the structure and above the $60,000, yes, this is going to be our bullish indication. But guys, we could even come all the way back down to the 38.2 to retest this major resistance zone, because this was really a major level for Bitcoin. But ultimately guys, this wouldn't change anything, because we can see that Bitcoin had this low, higher low, a high, and also a higher high exactly here. Yes, the next level we have to break is these highs, so that ultimately guys, Bitcoin is going to come all the way to the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart, being the $62,400. But ultimately guys, even if we're going to see this consolidation within this major support box, this is ultimately going to be extremely bullish. Yes, we could even come all the way back down to the 61.8, where we can see the 13 moving average and the 50 moving average. This would still be extremely bullish for the price movement of Bitcoin. But ultimately in the immediate short term, I really hope that Bitcoin is going to hold the $60,000. So this would mean that Bitcoin could come all the way back down to the 38.2, which is exactly at the $60,010. So ultimately this is going to be our bullish indication, and if we're going to break this trend, yes guys, we could expect this continuation, with the next price target being round about the $62,000. But guys, ultimately this is going to be the beginning of this major parabolic run towards the upside. Because yes, on the daily chart we can see that this is going to be our last major resistance. Yes, this is going to be extremely important, that we're going to reclaim the 200 moving average on the daily chart. And yes, we could expect a consolidation, but ultimately guys, we all know where our price target is, because yes, we've looked at this bullish flag and this breakout pattern, and exactly the target going all the way up to the $70,000 level. So ultimately guys, I do expect a little consolidation, but ultimately this major breakout, not only for Bitcoin but for the overall crypto market, because ultimately on the crypto bubbles we can see that a lot of altcoins are really waking up. So let's go over to the news to find out what we could expect in the immediate short term. And yes, we have looked at this before. Reminder that the average cycle starts 170 days after the Bitcoin halving. So ultimately exactly here we can see that Bitcoin is in this accumulation phase, and that's why I'm saying guys, it doesn't matter if you're going to buy the tops of any of these cryptocurrencies, because ultimately guys, this is a major accumulation phase. And yes, it doesn't matter if you're going to buy here or even here, this small percentage difference is not going to mean the world if we're going to see this major parabolic breakout, because ultimately this is exactly where you want to accumulate, in this major accumulation phase. Yes, maybe it's extremely painful if you bought the tops exactly here, but nobody could have predicted, are we going to see this breakout and then this continuation down and this major accumulation. So ultimately guys, this is your buying area, this major accumulation phase, because ultimately guys, we know exactly what is about to happen. We're going to see stage 2 of the bull market, and it's extremely important that you're going to accumulate before we're going to see this massive hype. Because yes, Germany's selling is done. GBT sold nothing yesterday. The global liquidity is about to explode again. FTX creditors soon receiving 16 billion in cash, from which a lot will flow into Bitcoin. Bitcoin supply on exchanges are at historic lows. Institutions are stacking more than the 450 Bitcoin mined per day. And yes guys, this is what we have talked about in the previous video, that we're going to see a major supply shock. But guys, the boring summer months are almost over. The bull run is about to start. And yes guys, all these major FTX creditors, all the people that lost their money on FTX, are going to get their repayments in cash. So yes guys, if you're going to get all your money back that you supposedly lost, yes guys, you're going to reinvest all of this money. Because yes, a lot of people wrote off all of this money because they were scared they were going to get nothing back. So if you're going to get all of your money back that you supposedly lost, you're going to reinvest all of this money. And yes, this is going to push a lot of liquidity in the overall crypto market, because the altcap macro chart is primed for a huge altcoin season in Q4, more like a 2020 photocopy. So yes, we can see that in the previous bull market we saw this accumulation phase and this major sideways move. So yes guys, once again, an accumulation phase. So you shouldn't worry about any type of cryptocurrencies if you bought the top exactly here, like for instance for Solana, if you bought in between the $210 and all the way back down at the $120, guys, this is going to be irrelevant if we're going to see this major pump towards the upside, because yes, maybe if you're scared to enter the crypto market exactly here, you're going to buy if we're going to break the previous all-time high. Because remember, it is not about timing the market, it is about time in the market. And if you would have accumulated all the way down here at this major accumulation phase, guys, it wouldn't make a major difference if you would have bought exactly the top at the swing high. Yes, you would have been in some major profits of round about 511%. So yes, if you're going to buy within this major accumulation phase, guys, you're going to be well off. Because remember, you can't time the market in all these major dumps, because a lot of people are going to sell exactly here at the bottom, and a lot of people are going to buy exactly at the top. So yes, guys, buy exactly within this accumulation phase. And remember, if you want to buy all of these coins, go down in the video description below, where you can sign up to BloFin, where you receive a major deposit bonus and also reduced fees. But you can trade all of this on Bybit, where you receive a deposit bonus up to $30,000. But guys, you can also sign up to Drift Protocol, a decentralized trading platform on Solana, where you can also get reduced fees if you use my link. But ultimately, guys, they've introduced a new feature, Bet on the Future. Place your predictions with any asset on the Solana Prime prediction market. So yes, guys, you can use a small amount of your Solana to predict the outcome of the 2024 election. So ultimately, guys, this is a major feature on the Solana network. But yes, I told you that you should buy a lot of coins like Injective all the way at these levels. And yes, guys, we can see that we are about to see this massive breakout towards the upside, because as soon as we're going to break this major downwards trend, yes, we could expect this massive pump of at least 550% all the way to this major psychological level round about the $100. So ultimately, guys, use this opportunity to buy low, because we are at previous resistance, which will turn into support exactly here. And as soon as we're going to see this breakout, guys, we could expect that all of these altcoins are going to see a massive pump towards the upside, because yes, your portfolio maybe is down round about 40% from the previous 5 months. But guys, look at this daily chart. This daily bubbles, AR went up 10%, SUI 7.8%, Fetch 8.7%. And yes, guys, this is only the beginning of a major pump towards the upside, because we have also looked at AR exactly within these levels. And yes, exactly 4 days ago, the price movement of AR was round about these levels. So you would have been up already from exactly this buying point, exactly here, you would have been up 8%. So yes, guys, these are your profits if you're going to buy at this fearful moments in the markets where everybody is selling and where a lot of panic is in the market, and the fear and greed index is at a record high. So ultimately, guys, you really have to work on your mindset. Dollar cost average if we're going to see these major dumps in the markets, because if there's blood in the street, this usually is the best opportunity to invest. So let's go back to Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart. And yes, guys, this is what I expect in the immediate short term, that we're going to see this consolidation back to the $60,000, maybe dump one more time under the $60,000. But if we're going to hold this major range, this yellow support box, and this continuation exactly here, breaking out from this flag, this is going to be our indication that the next major price level is going to be at the $62,380. Yes, exactly at the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. So yes, use this opportunity and this retracement for Bitcoin to get in exactly here before it's too late, and we're going to see this major breakout and the start of this major parabolic phase. And if you want to trade all of these moves, yes, we have opened some massive trades on Bitcoin, Casper, and also Solana. So if you want to copy all of my trades, guys, go down in the video description below and sign up to my free Telegram group, where you'll find all the information how to join. But most importantly, guys, yes, my message was absolutely clear. If the last bull is going to turn bearish, this is the signal that we're going to see a major turnaround. So subscribe to my channel, smash up the like button, be for crypto, and we see each other in the next video.